Work it out with TeKay Brown Taylor from Brownstone Mediation Services. Family, business, your workplace. What is conflict costing you? Don't rush to litigate, mediate. Now here's TeKay and Neil.
Well, you may work at a company in which there are a couple of bosses, big bosses that are owners, sometimes co-owners. We're with TeKay Brown Taylor. When you do mediation involving partners, are they typically 50-50 partners?
Yes, I would say. We don't really get into the background of who
Percentages
owns and
okay.
right. We meet them where they are.
Okay.
Because we want to eliminate the power difference in dynamic.
Okay.
You're equal when you come to the table. So if it's business owners, partners within the organization, like we recently had where there was a group of partners in an organization.
They each had a certain amount of shares.
And we didn't get into the dynamics who own how much or who owns the most, and we're not interested in that unless it's relevant to the mediation.
Yeah.
Right? They have some sort of agreement, operation agreement, who's going to be the final decision maker. Unless that's relevant to the mediation, we're not interested in it because we want to really remove that, because you can't have an open and transparent conversation if someone is perceived as in control.
Yeah, that's fair enough. What are some of the typical disagreements that partners may have that would lead to mediation?
Often it is, I have a vision for the way the business should go that differs from the person that I was so happy to be in business with, who now has an entirely different vision. That's almost always is that we started this business to do X, Y, Z, and now 2 years, 5 years, 10 years later, we've been running this business almost 30 years, and we're not growing, and we're not growing because I think we're not growing because of this reason, and the other partner thinks, we're doing just fine. So that's usually because the vision has changed.
Interesting. Can you think of any over the last several years positive outcomes when the honeymoon's over and the two partners come to the table with you?
Absolutely. And that goes back to preserving the relationship. Because usually when you've been in a disagreement, and often when they come to us, it's the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th hour.
BDR, bitterness dispute resolution.
Bitterness dispute resolution, that is a fact. And so there's a lot of hurt and a lot of resentment and a lot of stuck stories. So we have to spend a lot of time getting them out of that stuck story. And so, yes, we have seen positive success when we can preserve the relationship. The two parties can walk away and maybe still not wanting to stay in business, but they respect each other for it.
Has there ever been a recommendation in which you say, maybe one partner should buy the other one out?
Yes, very much so. That is a strategy. That is a potential resolution to discuss. Are you willing to sell?
Remember, save time, save money. Don't rush to litigate, mediate. Visit brownstonemediation.com.